I'm Lauren Miller, and the persuasive speech topic I'm going to be going over today is why marching band should be considered a sport. And personally, I think it should, but I'm going to prove to you why it should be with the evidence of qualifications, sports and physical education waivers in high schools, and talent that takes throughout the high school career. The first one, qualifications. I just pulled a few from what I looked up: memorization, coordination, time and money, and working well with others. So let's memorization, obviously, because in band you have to memorize the music and the footwork and all the different things that go into marching band. And then in sports, you memorize all the plays and what to do when something happens, and it's just kind of like that. And coordination, obviously, is a little bit similar to memorization, where coordination is when you use the things you memorized to do said task. And then time and money, that goes for just about everything, but in sports, all things that you participate in take time and money, because you have to learn time management, and there's all those things. Working well with others, that's for everything also, but in marching band you form friendships that really never break. I still talk to my high school friends from marching band, but I talk to old sports players from my high school, and they haven't talked to their teammates in years because it doesn't really matter to them anymore. They didn't form bonds, they just had a team and they wanted to win. Marching band doesn't have that unless you're a competing marching band, but my high school did not. But we never, we had a friendship from 6th grade to senior year of high school, and it's still continuing on today. The next thing is sports waivers and physical education waivers in high schools. At my high school, personally, we didn't have waivers, but according to the Ohio Department of Education, sports and PE credits and fine arts are considered part of the curriculum. There's apparently 5 things, and arts and gym are part of the 5. And so high schools make waivers. So if you're in a sport like football or baseball or track, you can be opted out of the gym classes. But in my high school, personally, marching band was able to be on that list. So we didn't have to go through the pain of going to gym class and marching band. So, oh my God. So basically in my high school, you killed 2 birds with 1 stone. You can do, because marching band is considered a sport and a fine arts, so you can do both, and you don't have to worry about cramming in your schedule, because marching band in high school, and I think most high schools, you have practice every day after school, and then you also have the last 2 periods of the day, which is about an hour and a half of marching band practice. So a lot of time goes into it. And yes, I know football and all those sports, they have their 3-hour practices, but I feel like marching band, you put way more effort into the time, because it takes way more time. Football and sports, you're just gifted with those things. Musical talent is sometimes gifted to you, but you also have to work for it to get better. That is also with sports, but that's why I believe that they should be cohesive and they should both be sports. The next thing is talent. Some kids, like I said, are born with musical talent, and some are born with athletic talent. And those born with musical talent don't typically want to be part of the athletic group because they usually get bullied. And in middle school, I was considered the geek that was in band, and I wasn't cool in gym class. I never got picked for dodgeball because I was in band and I was lame. And I believe that students should be able to pick whether they want to be in band or track or football, and they shouldn't be bullied whether the football player is in band or the marching band drummer boy is in football. I believe that it should be completely, they're both sports, they're both putting in time and effort. They're putting in the memorization, the time, it is all one thing. The disagreement is people like the reputation and the status. And if a football player's in band, they think it's weird, and the public sees it as, why is that kid playing football and being in the band? So usually football players quit after they are done with middle school because marching band starts and they don't want that reputation. And the band kid doesn't want to be in football because the football players will bully them because they are in band and they're geek and they're smart. So overall, I think that status should be taken down because there can be marching band kids that play football. That happened at my high school. It happened all the time. There was a French horn player that did football, and he was on the newspaper, in the news, but band was also cool at my high school. I can't speak for other high schools. But that's just how it was at my high school. But yeah, I think marching band should be considered a sport.